Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing deadlock necessary conditions. What is the deadlock? Deadlock is a situation or a problem. Let us take an example where two or more people trying to access common resource which is non-shareable, their deadlock may occur. Take another example in the family. Suppose there are two kids are there. If they want to access a TV, TV is a non-shareable resource, which is a common for both the kids. There the problem will occur, and that is a deadlock. What is a deadlock? A deadlock is a set of processes are blocked because each process is holding a resource and waiting for another resource held by other process. Before going to understanding of the definition, let us go for the example. Here we can discuss certain key terms. On the basis of key terms, then easy to understand the deadlock definition. Look at this. This is looks like a graph. A graph is consisting of nodes and edges. You see here is 4 nodes are here and 4 edges are here. Let us see here in the nodes there are two categories of nodes are available. One is the process category, other one is resource category. Okay. So rectangle shape nodes are resource category. A circle shape nodes are process category. The edge is from the P1 to resource 1. When the edge is from the P1 to resource 1, then this edge is called a request edge. Or I can say this is waiting edge. That means P1 is requesting resource 1. Okay. Similarly, you see that when the edge is from the resource 1 to P2, then this edge is called assigned edge or allocated edge. That means resource 1 is assigned to P2 or resource 1 is allocated to P2. So here is two different nomenclatures are here. One assigned edge and the other one is allocated edge. Here is two different nomenclatures are here. One is a request edge or waiting edge. So this is very much important for understanding of the deadlock definition. It looks like a cyclic. So P1 is requesting resource 1 which is held by P2 and P1 is requesting resource 2 which is held by P1. So this is cyclic. When P1 want to do the activity, the P1 requires two resources, but it is holding one resource, that is resource 2, and waiting for resource 1 which is held by P2. Let us see similarly, when P2 want to complete the task, it requires two resources. At present, P2 is holding resource 1 and waiting for the resource 2 which is held by P1. So this process is cyclic. So where the cyclic is there the deadlock may occur. Let's go for the definition. Set of processes are blocked. Look into this example. P1 and P2 both blocked. Okay. Because each process is holding a resource. P1 is holding resource 2, P2 is holding resource 1. Because each process is holding a resource and waiting for another resource held by other process. You see, P1 is waiting for a resource 1 which is held by other process, that means P2. Similarly, P2 is also waiting for resource 2 which is held by P1. So this process is continuous. So this is circular. So this is called a deadlock situation. Let us take an example. When a person wants to eat kheer, but two resources required, such as a bowl and spoon. What is the condition here? If a person wants to eat kheer, he requires two resources. When two people are trying to access the resources bowl and spoon, each person can get only one at a time. Let us look the same example. Let us assume P1 and P2. P1 and P2 both trying to access the resources at the same time. As per their capability, P1 might be got a chance of the resource 2 and P2 got a chance of resource 1. Now P2 is holding resource 1, P1 is holding resource 2. So now if P1 want to eat, what is the additional resources required? Resource 1. So that means resource 1 is bowl, resource 2 is a spoon. Look here. So if it is waiting for the resource 1 is held by P2. P2 is also waiting for the resource 2. This resource is held by P1. So both P1 and P2 are waiting for the additional resources, but those resources are held by other people. So this process continues. When this process is continuous, this situation is called a deadlock. What is mutual exclusion? Look at this example. In this example, you see here is a common resource, a road. This is allowing only one process at a time. Let us assume processes are cars and resources are road. So this is a common resource. When this is a common resource, it can be allowed only one car at a time. But both the cars started from either end and at certain place held up. So this held up situation is called a deadlock. Why it happened? Because of this resource is a non-shareable resource. When it is a non-shareable resource, when both are trying to access at the same time, then there will be a problem. That problem is called a deadlock. So this problem, how to overcome? By applying a backs up method, either one car backs up, then the problem will be solved. So then there will not be starvation. Why there will not be starvation means, you see, back to this car or back to this car, how many cars are here, how many cars here? Because of here is very less number of cars are available, back to this and back to this. So no starvation. If more number of cars are there, then there will be possibility of the starvation. This is what a mutual exclusion. A necessary conditions. Deadlock can arise if following four conditions hold simultaneously. Let us check all these conditions with the help of example. Mutual exclusion, non-shareable. Only one process can use at a time. If it is a non-shareable resource, this can use by only one process at a time. You see in this example, these two are a non-shareable. So you see as per our activity, that is what? Eat killed. That means when the P1 want to eat, it requires two resources. But you see that P1 is holding resource 2 and waiting for resource 1. Why it is waiting for the resource 1? It is holding by P2 and this resource is a non-shareable. So only one process can use at a time. So when this resource is holding by P2, the P1 must be wait. So that is what? A mutual exclusion. It will not be allowing both the processes at a time. Next, hold and wait. Process is holding the resources and waiting for additional resources. Where the mutual exclusion is there this problem may occur. Let us see here. P1 is waiting for resource 1, holding resource 2, which is held by other process. You see, process is holding a resources, process P1 holding resource 2 and waiting for additional resource. But this is not available at present. So the P1 is waiting for this resource. This is another one, which is held by P2. If it is a free, then this can be accessed, but it is held by other process. No preemption. Resource cannot be taken from a process unless the process release the resource. You see, both the processes are having one resource, but both the processes not using the resources which they have. But at present situation, as per the no preemption rule, if the process P1 holding but not using, even though the process P2 should not taken from the process P1 until process P1 release by voluntarily. So this is another kind of problem. What is that another kind of problem? The process P2 indefinite waiting or process P1 is also indefinite waiting. These are the issues we will discuss in the future videos. Circular wait. Several processes are waiting for each other in circular pattern. Look at this example. P1 and P2. You see, P1 is waiting for the resource 1. Resource 1 is held by P2. P2 is waiting for resource 2. Resource 2 held by P1. So this is like a circular. This is like a cyclic. So this example is satisfying all the conditions. What are all the conditions? Mutual exclusion. So when the P1 is waiting for resource 1, it is held by P2. So it must be wait. Why means this is a non-shareable resource until released by P2. And next one is hold and wait. When it is waiting for the resource 1, which is held by other process. So it must be wait. And no preemption. If the P1 is not using the resource 2, even though the P2 should not taken it from the P1. What is the definition of the no preemption? Resource cannot be taken from a process unless the process release the resource. Forcible method is not acceptable. And circular wait. You see, P1 is waiting for the resource 1 and resource 1 is allocated to P2. P2 is waiting for the resource 2 which is held by P1. So this is circular pattern. So all the conditions are satisfying. So here is deadlock situation. This situation is called a deadlock. In the next video, we will discuss resource allocation graph with example and resource allocation graph with a single instance, multiple instances, and later on we will discuss a deadlock handling methods like prevention, avoidance, detection and recovery. Thank you, one and all.